Now, it has come to my attention that there are people out there who dislike the idea that I smoke. In fact, the commentary was that, oh, you know, your political opinions are good and all, but people who just, you know, people who see you smoke, they're going to think you're less cool. I'm like, you know, honestly, well, first of all, it's not like that's going to stop. I smoke, deal with it. Second of all, and I'm trying to quit. I am. It's probably going to happen pretty soon. But for now, I smoke. It's part of life. It's what I do. Also, you're going to have to bear with me. I am outside, seeing some smoking. And means there will be occasionally cars going by, like this one right here. So, you know, just bear with me a little bit. Now, dealing with the whole smoking thing. I smoke. You know, it's part of my life. You don't get to control my life any more than I get to control yours. That's part of why we live in America. Or, well, at least part of why I live in America. The other part being that I was born here. But, you know, it's part of what makes America great, is that I don't get to tell you what to do with your life, and at the same time, you don't get to tell me what I do with my life. I get to do basically what I want, provided it's not breaking the law, which smoking does not, and likely will not. It probably should. Probably should be against the law, even I'll say that, but it won't be. Because alcohol is far more damaging than cigarettes, and as long as that is legal, nicotine will be legal. Now, the idea that I smoke because I think it's cool, because that was brought up, what the fuck is that? I smoke because I'm a dumbass? I can't fathom the idea that I just can't cope with that. No, I can't cope with that. I'm sorry. Also, you know, this is just my own little thing, but it takes me about 10 minutes to smoke a cigarette, so, you know, I smoke a cigarette and then I'm done with the video. It makes perfect sense to me. That's why I smoke during the videos. It's a useful timer. And again, going back to the whole cool thing, I just did a 10-minute video the other day, while half asleep, admittedly. I did a 10-minute video on how I believe that the next presidential and vice presidential candidates for the Republican Party are easily compared to comic book characters. Let's focus on that again. I compared real-life politicians to comic book characters. In what universe would you assume that that's cool? I don't care. Cool is not something I concern myself with. The only things I concern myself with are getting up in the morning, getting through my day, and hopefully having a safe place to sleep at night. That's all I care about. That's all I should care about. That's all anyone should care about. And maybe the care and loving, and maybe the care of their loved ones, but you know, currently my life is pretty shitty. So I get through the day however I can. I had something else I was going to say. I can't quite remember what that is, probably because I'm pissed off at the idiot who decided it was a, you know, great idea to shoot me a message saying, oh, you're not cool because you smoke. I mean, this is the 21st fucking century. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. You know? Something about the future. I mean, I know the point I was going to make, which is that there is no such thing as the future. The future is it's about what we tell ourselves to get through the day. I was making this point yesterday. We was hanging out with a couple of friends, and we were at the Best Buy, and we saw a video for a game. I don't remember the name of the game. I think it was that new one of the new shooters. I don't even remember what it was, but it takes place in the near future and has future tech. And we were discussing how it's disappointing that the future tech is not so futuristic. And it's like, you know, there's no such thing as the future. This is the present. The future is a joke we come up with to put in movies. The present is the reality. The future is robots and flying cars. The reality is we still burn gasoline like it's like a motherfucker, and there are no robots that do anything other than industrial work. Have you seen the videos of robots falling down stairs because they can't navigate them? That's stairs. We master that by the age of 2. Okay? Well, 3 sometimes. Some people make it 3. It's you know, whatever. Sorry, I'm still a little tired. I woke up a little bit ago. I'm constantly astonished at the idea that people can control their world fundamentally and control other people in that world. I mean, yes, I exist in your world by virtue of the fact that you're watching this video. Hopefully you're watching this video, because if not, I'm wasting my fucking time. But, you know, that's whatever. But you don't control who I am. I don't control who you are. Sorry, that... really, the idea that I can be castigated for smoking a cigarette in, you know, in the goddamn 21st century at the age of 25. The fact that I can be castigated for doing that pisses me off. Because I don't tell people what to do with their lives. Why the hell are they telling me what to do with mine? It doesn't make sense. It never has. It never will. Anyway. I had an idea what I was going to do for another video. And I want to throw this out there, get some feedback from some of the few people who I do know are watching my videos. I wanted to do something... I'm a fairly big comic book fan. Not that it shows at all, ever. Not that anybody who knows me knows that at all, ever. I'm also a pretty big video game fan. And I wanted to do some comparisons that I've noticed, you know, every once in a while. Just, you know, comparing the way comic books and video games interpret the world to the way things actually are. I don't think that should be a problem. I mean, yesterday I did Warren Ellis and Transmetropolitan. Actually, that was 2 days ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess it was. No, yeah, I guess it was. But still, you know, so a couple days ago I did Transmetropolitan, Warren Ellis, and how it, you know, how that reflects on real world politics, and I think that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, Transmetropolitan takes place in a society which we don't have, which we will never have. But that said, you know, I'm sure I can find something. Like I had an interesting idea that I'm probably going to do next time, because I want to do it comfortably inside, because I have to smoke outdoors, so that's part of the reason why there are cars everywhere. I just wanted to do something a little bit different with my time, with my videos, because I've done nothing but politics. I've done nothing but, you know, I've recorded some video game, you know, playthroughs, and I just want to, you know, actually put my thoughts into a video for a while. Just something I think I need to do. Because, you know, one of these days my daughter is going to be older. She's 3 now. And one of these days she's going to be old enough to comprehend what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. And I want her to actually, you know how I'm feeling right now. Because, you know, honestly, I'm kind of stuck here where I am. I don't have the money to move anywhere. And it's hard for me to get a job, because there aren't that many out there. And I've made some mistakes in my life. I've made quite a few mistakes in my life, actually. And because of those mistakes, it's hard for me to find a job, because, you know, they look at my work record and see the mistakes I made when I was a kid. And the mistakes I make before I realized what the important things were in life. And I fully admit that I fucked up a lot. If I could walk into a place and say, hey, you need to give me a job right now, it would work. As it is, I'm applying for places and I'm getting turned down. I'm still looking, but I'm not having any success. I'm still trying, though. And one of these days, my daughter is going to be old enough, and I want her to understand, as best as she can, as conveying it as best as I can, that I do want to be there for her when she's growing up. And if I, for some reason, can't do that, for whatever reason, I want her to understand why. I want her to understand that I am trying to be the best man I can. I don't know. I get really frustrated easily. I'm sick and tired of people, you know, finding me and anonymously sending me messages to tell me how disappointed they are in me. I don't really care how disappointed someone is in me when I don't know who they are. And I've tried to get this point across before. If I don't know who you are, I mean, if there's a name attached to it, any name at all, I can at least have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, you know, if you have a problem with me, tell me what it is and I'll talk to you about it. But if you specifically decide to be anonymous, you send me an anonymous message saying that you don't like me for whatever reason, What reason do I have to listen to you at all? What reason? None. None at all. I don't care. Because people who I don't know, people who do not have the balls to show their face, to show their name, doesn't matter to me. Because I have a couple of friends who, have expressed their concern about the way I've been doing things, and I do my best to respond, respectfully. Because they're people I know, because they're my friends. But why the hell should I care what anybody thinks if they don't want to tell me who they are? Tell me that. Tell me why the opinion of someone who is unwilling to give their name, why should that opinion matter to me? The answer is it shouldn't. Oh well, I mean, I've already gone over. It's been 11 minutes, but that's about right. So, you take things with a grain of salt. You do, and you only get one life. Live it by your standards. Live it by your rules. No one else gets to tell you how to live your life. I need to get that across. So, live your life. And I'll talk to you later.